This video is for the new agents out there considering telesales, about to jump into the business. All right. So we're going to cover getting set up as a brand new independent life insurance telesales agent. So everything from your non-resident licensing to your banking setup to your credit cards to paying yourself to your office setup and even setting up your calendar so that you can have an efficient day. Now, we're going to lay the foundation so that you can thrive as an independent life insurance agent in telesales, no matter where you are. Okay. So I want to kick this thing off quickly by saying, this business looks really exciting from the outside looking in. Now, the truth of it all is the ultra successful in this business are boring. Okay. They're methodical. They stick to a process and they stick to a single lead type. And it makes them decisive and it makes them efficient. That's the secret to this all. Okay. Simplify your business. We talk about it all the time. Now, they may come off as having, this exciting business because of all the production they do. You may see leaderboards that may have drawn you into this business, right? You may have heard from people on social media about how much production they're doing and how much money they're making. Guys, beneath it all, it's boring. Okay. You can make a lot of money here, but you need to be efficient. And in order to be efficient, you need to simplify your business. Okay. So right now, you're a brand new agent. Your number one job right now is to not lose money. All right. So I say that because a lot of agents, they jump in and they get the keys to the car and they step on the gas immediately. Right. But they don't know their car. And they enter the business expecting it to be this exciting, sexy, the answer to all their money problems, and they end up losing it. They end up crashing the car because they're just not prepared and they just didn't get set up correctly and they didn't have the right knowledge. Okay. So slow down, get set up correctly first. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Okay. Once you understand how to get set up correctly, you have a clearer path to success and you have a deeper understanding of what it takes to be an entrepreneur in this business. Because guys, you're an entrepreneur. You are reliant on yourself. Only you are going to make yourself successful. And in order to do that, you have to have knowledge. That knowledge I'm going to give you right here on how to get set up correctly in the business. Okay. So guys, big thing here. If you have any questions whatsoever about what I'm about to cover, please comment below this video and we'll answer every single question you have. Okay. Okay, first, we're going to talk about business and licensing setup, okay? Now, should you be a sole proprietor or should you be an LLC to start? Okay, it's a question we get all the time. Every agent just starting out should be a sole proprietor, meaning you're getting licensed under your name, not a business name, okay? That's all that means. So if you contract as a business or an LLC, you're going to need your business to be licensed in all the states that you're going to be selling in, which means you have to get your own personal license and your business license, and business licenses are more expensive, okay? And in a lot of the states, you need to do an agent service of process, which is another fee and another kind of just bureaucratic thing you got to do in some of these states, and it's a huge headache. Every single agent starting out should be licensed as under their personal name. That's it, okay? So don't worry about licensing as a business. You can always change it later, all right? So it's just, so to license as an LLC, it's just not worth the headache or the expense when you're just starting out. All right. So right now, do everything under your personal license. And to get your non-resident licenses, you go to NIPR or you can go to Circon to buy those non-resident licenses. You just pay a fee and you usually have your license within 48 hours if it's in most states. Some states require fingerprints and all that. Okay. So let's talk about your banking setup. So the biggest mistake that agents make when getting set up is they commingle their personal and their business accounts. Okay. That's a one-way ticket out of this business. And, if you have a spouse and, you're sharing bank accounts, it's going to be really hard to manage this business when you're spending money on leads when you should have spent money on groceries. All right. You need to separate it. And if you're single, it's the same thing. You are going to be much better off with a business bank account, so you understand what's going in and out of your business and you're not spending the money that you need to keep the business going. All right. And it's also going to help for your accounting later. Your accountant's going to love it at the end of the year when you do your taxes as well. So first thing you need to do is open a business bank account, preferably at the same bank where you have your current bank account. Okay. So you can see both accounts on one screen, your business account and your personal account. And you can move money easily and instantly with transfers. All right. You don't need to have a business name. Don't worry about this. So maybe it's just two separate bank accounts with your name on them. One's for business, one's for personal. That's completely fine. All right. So your business account, it will have all your deposits going there. And you're also going to pay for all your leads through there or your credit card that you're paying off if you're using credit cards to buy leads, which we're going to talk about next. Okay. When contracting, you should send all commissions to this new account, this business account. All right. All expenses should go on your credit card, and you make one payment every month to pay off that credit card, which comes from your bank account. Okay. So let's talk through that. Let's talk about your credit card setup. Every agent should put their leads on a credit card to buy themselves 30 days of cash flow. Okay. This is absolutely essential. Have a dedicated credit card for your expenses, your lead costs, your CRM, your phone system, or whatever you use. Pay it off every single month. It doesn't matter if you saved up, $5,000 to buy leads for this business, or maybe you saved up $1,000 or $2,000. It doesn't matter. Don't use that cash. Keep that cash on hand. Put it on a credit card and pay it off at the beginning of the next month. All right. You need to have fresh leads or calls coming in every single day to make this business work. If you're looking at your bank account dwindling and you slow down taking leads because of it, your chances of making it in this business dwindle with your bank account. All right. A credit card buys you 30 days of leads. And if you're working a full day, you'll have enough commissions in your bank account to pay it off entirely and keep getting fresh leads daily. Okay. And after 6 to 12 months, guys, when you're buying leads every single day, you'll have enough points to travel for free or spend on whatever you'd like. That's a huge perk of this business that's not really talked about, because we're spending a lot of money on marketing and leads. Because guys, that's our only thing. We don't carry any inventory. Most businesses have some sort of overhead, right? You have office space, or you have product you need to keep on the shelves. We don't have any of that. All we need to spend money on is leads. And we need to cash flow this. The best way to do is to get a credit card, put it on there, pay it off every 30 days. Buying yourselves 30 days of cash flow really is one of the secrets to getting a fast start in this business. Okay. Because you're not looking at that, maybe you saved up a few $3,000 and you're seeing that dwindle and you're getting some commissions in, right? But you got to give yourselves a full month of taking leads every single day. And you're going to see at by that 4-week mark, you'll have enough to pay it off and to take an income. So let's talk through that. Taking an income. How do you pay yourself? So here's our recommendation on how to pay yourself. Now, look, you guys are entrepreneurs, right? You can pay yourself whatever you'd like. We're just giving you some sound advice on how to do this responsibly to keep your business going. All right. So at the beginning of every month, or whenever you decide, just pick a date where you are going to make that credit card payment, right? So you spent all your money in marketing, you look at your bank account, you see what is in there in cash, what commissions came in, pay it all off. What's left after that is yours. All right. This should gamify it for you, meaning you should be able to, know you're going to be spending, call it $5,000 in a single month on marketing. And you should watch every single day those commissions pile up. You'll get up to 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Now everything is gravy above that, and it makes you push harder, gamifying it, right? So, you should also try and leave a little bit extra in there if you can, just to build up your balance sheet and start hedging against months where you take some time off, or you don't have a high profitability month. You're a little bit lower on profitability, okay? Sure, you can save it to cover chargebacks, but that's going to be absorbed in your commissions deposited if you're using a few core carriers like you should be. All right. If you watch any of our previous videos, we believe you should focus on a single lead carrier and only go to a different carrier if it's the difference of getting them graded or level coverage. Because just if it's a pricing thing, it doesn't matter. Just go with a lead carrier. It's going to make your life a lot easier. And that's what most successful agents do. So that's why you shouldn't have to worry about chargebacks if you have a lead carrier and you're only using a few carriers, because the business you write will pay all of that off. Now, what happens if you spent more money on leads than what came into your bank account? You can decide to carry a balance on your credit card so you can pay your bills. Now, we're not recommending you do that, of course, but hey, stuff happens, okay? Um, and if that does happen, you better be digging yourself out of that. You better put in that extra activity the next month, working on weekends, right? Doing those Saturday calling sessions where more people pick up, calling all your lapses and making sure every lead you purchased is getting called. Yes, even those not interested leads, guys, if you find yourself in a hole in a month, you got to dig out of that hole. So, you know, having, I should say, so when paying yourself, it's easy when you make more money than what you spent. You take the difference out, start from zero, and you keep spending money on leads. Now, you're not always going to be buying leads. I just want to say that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. After a while, once you have, call it 1,000 clients on the books, you'll never have to buy a lead again. If you have a good referral system in place, it'll be sooner than that. Okay, there's a point where you won't have to buy leads. We've talked about that in previous videos, but for the first 2, 3, 4 years, you will be buying leads to make this business work. And you really have to focus on paying yourself responsibly so you can keep the business running. Okay, so let's talk about office setup now. Now, this is pretty basic stuff, but it is important. Okay, you need a dedicated space with natural light. Most of you work from home. Don't go into a dark dungeon. Natural light throughout your day is an absolute must, okay? You need fast internet. Connect directly. So try not to use Wi-Fi if you don't have to, okay? Connect directly. You'll have less dropped calls and your life will be a lot frustrating, I should say, if you have slow internet, okay? You need a fast operating computer, okay? Your computer can cause lag where you might blame it on your internet. If your programs are loading slow and you're seeing lag, go get it fixed first, okay? You need an efficient computer to navigate your day. You shouldn't be battling your computer when this is your money-making machine, right? Go get a new one or go get it fixed and before you dig into this business, because you're going to be using it all day, every day. Don't get frustrated with it. If it's loading slow, that will just dwindle down your activity because your computer won't work as fast as you want to. So you want to have your script and objections printed out as well. So have your script right in front of you and have your objections on a wall or somewhere where you can, when you get it, you can go look at it, right? You need that in front of you. I don't care, if you think you're going to wing it, right? Have it in front of you and you'll lead less on it over time, but it's just a good best practice to do that, okay? And then this is optional. You can have dual monitors as well. So one for your CRM and then one for any sort of research you need to do, okay? So the last thing we'll talk about here is your calendar setup. You need to plan your day to get at least 4 hours of talk time in every single day. To get 4 hours of talk time in every single day, you need to take 6 to 8 hours of dialing or being in a call queue, all right? Block off 6 to 8 hours every single day for distraction-free work. Plan everything else around that, okay? In those 6 to 8 hours a day, commit to 1 hour of training a day as well. Now, you may have daily huddles like we do in our agency. You can be consuming training content. You can be listening to the first 10 minutes of every single phone call. We recommend every agent do that. No matter if you're in the first month of your business or you're in the first few years of your business, always listen to your calls. Listen to 10 minutes of a call you took the previous day. You will get better. Listening to yourself and what you're saying, how you say it, that improves you like nothing else will, okay? Because you are your own worst critic, all right? So, and the last thing here is you want to schedule at least one Saturday calling session for 2 to 4 hours. That's it. Maybe a morning session, maybe an afternoon session, whatever you'd like, but that is critical. You're going to get a hold of more people. You're going to get a hold of the leads you couldn't get a hold of before. You're going to get a hold of the follow-ups who aren't answering anymore. And you're just going to, you'll be more profitable that way. All right. You don't need to do this forever, but in the very beginning, when you're just getting started, it really helps to get those Saturday dialing sessions in. Okay. So for your calendar, you're optimizing for 4 hours of talk time every single day. And you need to make sure you have your training and you get that Saturday dialing session in. Guys, that's the foundation of getting set up in life insurance telesales. If you can get your calendar set where you have 8 undistracted hours a day to get that 4 hours of talk time, right? To get that training needed. You have your office set up. You're absolutely efficient. You have your computer, running quickly. You have your internet running quickly. Everything's set up. You have your script, your objections in front of you. You know how to pay yourself. You've gamified it, right? Because you're buying leads on a credit card and you have enough leads because you're going to give yourself the best chance to make this work because you're going to take enough leads, as much leads as you can take, to get your activity to that 4 hours of talk time, right? And you need to spend money to do that. Remember, we don't have any inventory. We're selling an intangible product. We don't have to carry anything. We don't have any sort of office space or anything like that. This is the only cost for business. Invest in it. This is what it takes, okay? You'll hear it everywhere. Spend money to make money. But if you really think about it, we are in a great spot because we are getting over 100% commission and we don't even have to ship anything. We don't have to have a storefront. Our only cost is paying for leads. So get a credit card, pay for those leads, gamify it for yourself, and watch your commissions and your credit card statements every week, and you'll see this thing, and you'll work harder to make more money, and you can pay yourself, whatever's left over after you pay off your credit card bill from your marketing. All right, and then just your business setup. All get licensed as an individual and go from there. Don't worry about, a lot of agents just spend time, they do a lot of research. Oh, I should get a DBA, I should do this or that. Now, just start selling under your individual name, and that's it. All right, guys, if you're brand new to the business, good luck. If you have any questions, I don't care if you're with Digital BGA or somewhere else, ask them in the YouTube comments below, and we'll answer every single question here. Good luck out there.